Subscribe if you're done being a loser. Let's go.
I'm sure you remember like your first car. Do you remember your first investment that you made? Maybe it was real estate or maybe whatever. Do you remember the first time you invested in something?
Oh man. Man, that shit, man. I'm sure it was something that had to do with the streets. That was my first investment.
Legal.
Statute of limitations.
That was my first investment, man. And in some kind of way, I always been a good businessman. You know what I'm saying? I always kept my face clean and said what it was. And still to this day, I think that may be my most valuable asset. It's my dogs and my homies that I sat down with. It is what I say it is, and that's what it's gonna be.
Let me ask you this: what's the actual story behind this house? Because we know, obviously Evander Holyfield used to own it. It's called the Promised Land. It's crazy. Everybody always talks about it. How did it come across your desk? Like, I believe it was auctioned, and it was like $7 million, but you paid 5.8, so you paid well under the asking price, and that's crazy that you can get something like this for that price. So, how did that even come about?
Well, the story about the actual real estate, it was owned by the homie that played in Smokey and the Bandit. That's who Holyfield actually purchased it from. You know what I'm saying? And he spent $25 million.
Renovating and everything.
Right, building the entire crib. Woo, woo, woo. And so, like I said, homes was something I was always fascinated about. So when me and my homies started coming up Atlanta, we used to ride by here all the time. Stop, pull over, smoke one, and just, god damn. You know what I'm saying? After I got my deal and my situation, I bought $1 million home maybe 2 minutes from here that I still own, that's right around the corner, just so I could ride by it every day while I'm in Atlanta. And that's what the play was. Actually riding by, one day I saw a red sign that was on the gate that wasn't never there before. I told my homie, turn around, call my sister, haggle this number, call these people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the play was.
I want to go back just for a second because you said, obviously, you're an amazing businessman and you have a lot of assets. But what's something, a liability that you encountered during your career that you're like, you know what, damn, I shouldn't have did that one?
Man, I had 2 yachts at once.
In Miami?
Yeah, a 100-footer and an 80-footer.
Just cause?
Just cause. When you go on a run like I was on, man, it was just cause. And the experience of owning a yacht, before you've ever really kicked it with somebody who owned one, is you don't realize how much time you really away from these boats.
True.
I go out of town, by the time I come back, it's something need to be done, this, that, the captain, the this, the that, you know what I'm saying? I remember I took French Montana out, shit, we was out 10 minutes and we both was handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? I had to finesse us back out. It's just, you realize later on, you know what I mean, when it's just something that, a passion or something you just desire, something you just want. I ain't really put no business thought behind it, you understand? Well, the person I am now, those same yachts, I'd be getting more money with them. At that point, I was like, man, I don't want nobody on my shit putting ashes everywhere.
Turn it to an asset now.
Of course.
There it is. So we got to credit Ross with the pull up La Marina in the yacht. You inspired that line. You introduced him to the yacht life.
Of course.
There it is.
Of course. French will tell you we had a lot of good times on that boat.
So let me ask you this: we see all of your different brands that you are affiliated with, from Bel Air to Rap Snacks to, of course, Wingstop. How particular are you about putting your name on something? Like, I'm sure a lot of opportunities come through your door.
Right.
What is it where it's like, all right, this is something I'm gonna rock with, this is something that I'm not gonna rock with?
Really, it should just be something that as soon as I see it, I fuck with that. If you've got to sit there and try to sell me on it, I doubt if it come through. But if it's something that I just naturally fuck with, it should be a go. It should be a go. It's not just about the paper. It's something I always speak on. I walked away from seven figures up front for a cigarette campaign. I told them I don't smoke squares, homie, I can't help you on that. Well, we don't need you to smoke them. I can't do it, homie.
Yeah, and what's the approach? Is it a process going through the team first, or is it something like, sometimes you're saying, I like this brand, find out how I can be involved? What's the process?
I've done that a lot. I don't have no problem doing that. Same way I went and bought the John Deere tractor. I cut the grass a couple times, and I said, it's time for us to do some business. Yeah, y'all reach out to John Deere, let them know. I started putting them on my Snap. We had a conference call 2 weeks later.
Nice.
What's the vision? I came up with one right there in 20 seconds. It's easy. We need to get black farmers more involved with the culture. We need to get this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. We need to support more of this, that, this, that. Yeah, it came naturally to me.
Makes sense, it makes sense.
Makes both sense and sense.
It's a fact.
You did one of the dopest things I've seen in a long time for your son's 16th birthday.
Right,
I believe you brought him a Wingstop.
right.
Talk about that, because that was something that was very unique, very dope, very entrepreneurial. Like, talk about that a little bit.
You know, my son, he's a very mature individual. You know what I mean? He's actually a great student, a great son. You understand? And he's an amazing football player as well. And he's very mature. You know what I mean? He's grew up watching me run in and out of Wingstops. He's always been, come on, I'm finna go to Wingstop. Let's go. Come on. I grab a broom, you get the mop. Come on, let's go. He understands that. He gets that. So I just wanted to reward him as he coming into a young man, his maturity level, and let him know, come on, let me give you some of these responsibilities as well. It's not just money and paper, but it's also responsibilities. Little phone calls you sit in on here and there. Let me get your input on this and that because it's valuable. I'm just letting him know how valuable he is.
And you grooming him for the future.
Most
and you
definitely.
provide an asset that, he can have later on down in life.
Most definitely.
That's why that was so dope. Because it's like you could have just got him something that's a material item, but to actually get him a business and groom him in the business, now it's like, mentorship on a whole different level on the business side.
Right. I think us as fathers and men, we got to teach our youngsters how to come into manhood and be responsible and take care of yourself, and not only yourself, but your family that you gonna create. So you're not just thinking for yourself. You gotta be in a position and on a level to think and take care of others.
Well, I don't want to get the number wrong, but because every time we read about it, there's another Wingstop location that you've added to the portfolio. We know that McDonald's owns majority of the real estate that they put their franchises on. Is that something that you guys are envisioning long term? Like, we're going to get the land and put the Wingstop locations on it, or are we leasing? What's the process now for you?
It's really dependent on the situation, because there are spots where we own the land, as well as spots where we lease the land. A lot of times when we came into positions where we bought 3 or 4 at a time, because a lot of times you get offers from other franchisees. We know each other, we communicate with each other. There's other franchisees that want to make a move or do this or do that. Cool, they reach out to us, what situation you in. Sometimes they own the real estate, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean?
So you got Wingstop, Thigh Stop, 2 separate things, or is this like a new venture, or is it a branch off from the process?
It's most definitely under the Wingstop umbrella, but it is something totally different. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Which was really dope. It was a concept the team brought together. I gave him my input. Charlie Morrison, the CEO, he seen the vision. I told him, let's shoot the commercial at the Promised Land. It shouldn't take us more than 2 hours, homie. We lined Rolls Royces up and told them to come to the website, and it exploded. So it's something that we most definitely extended, when really it could have just been a limited time only. Last night, watching the Lakers game, the commercial ran. So make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, go to that Thigh Stop, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, that's what's real cool, man. Once again, something you've never seen.
Right.
Something we created during the pandemic. So, it's just, we gotta brainstorm, we gotta network, we gotta communicate.
On the music side, like, we hear a lot now about owning your masters, owning your publishing and all that. Who educated you on the importance of masters publishing? Because I feel like there's not a lot of mentorship, which is why a lot of artists.
It's not. And as an artist, and not to cut you off, but that's something I had to learn myself. And the sad part about it is, a lot of times as being a young artist, I used to make songs dissing, you know, CEOs or anybody I was doing business with, when a lot of times they wasn't even in position or they weren't even owning their masters. So it's something that you actually gotta, oh, okay, woo, 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 woo. And so, you know, the first situation I was in was X amount of records. And of course, as I'm delivering my albums, you know, I'm learning, I'm asking more questions. Okay, the bigger I got as an artist, the better attorneys I got. The more, okay, this the play. Okay, you have 2 more albums under this contract. After that, we finna renegotiate. Boom, you're gonna own your masters. You're gonna do this. Okay, so this the play. And so as a young artist, a lot of times you coming in the game, you're not gonna own your masters.
Yeah.
Because not who's there to really educate them.
All right, so you went from the artist, obviously, let's start. You didn't start as an artist. You started out writing for people.
Right. I started out as a writer.
As a writer, 10 years, the process of getting to Hustling, which is the song that catapulted your career. But I want to talk about 2014, because you said you had to make a decision based on being the owner of a label. Biggest star at the time, Meek Mill,
Right.
outside of yourself,
Right.
about to go to jail, and you compromise your creative process. Can you talk about the mindset behind that, and then looking back saying, like, you know what, I should have never did this?
Well, you know, everything I've done as a boss in that MMG, man, I enjoy it, and I'm proud of it. Most definitely, Meek Mill, Wale, just the whole team, Gunplay, all my squad, because all my homies can still be creative based on their time frame. I give everybody their freedom to do whatever the players you want to do. You your own boss, you know what I mean? Even in this partnership, you your boss. Whatever it is, let's go. I'ma support what your vision is. And you know, I don't have no regrets.
Perfect day to boss up. So what made you get into the literature game and actually wanna, you've been dropping gems for a long time.
Yeah.
Your interviews always go viral, clips on Instagram, all of that. People always look at you as one of these business thought leaders. What made you actually wanna say, okay, I wanna actually put the pen to paper and actually put it in book form?
It goes along with everything else I'm doing. You know, to me it was really simple. One time for Neil Belkin, you know what I mean? My homie who actually, you know, sit next to me and just put the pen down as I'm, you know, talking my shit, 6:37 in the morning. And that's what it is. I feel film is next. I already got the first scene of the film I want to do.
You writing the film?
Of course. Already got the first scene. The first scene gonna be dope, right? The first scene gonna be dope, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be getting ready. I'm finna fuck a chick, right?
Of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
why not?
Yeah.
That's how you gotta start a movie,
And
right?
so I've been out in the street all day. I take my money out. I put my pistol on the dresser, and then I got a shit bag. So I take the shit bag off, put it on the dresser. Some of the shit kind of spilled the chicks, you know.
Like the catheter?
Romantic comedy.
Oh, no. We finna be getting to the money, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be getting to the money. It's gonna be epic.
This is gonna be number one. This is gonna be number one.
But I just feel like, you know, when it comes to being creative, we all need to take advantage of our assets. Let's take advantage of it. That's something we could do. If we could communicate, we most definitely are authors. You naturally are author, homie. And then if you most definitely got something that's valuable for others to absorb, you are author. So let's not leave that untapped.
One of the things you've done, you said that Promised Land pays for itself.
Without a doubt.
You've turned it into an asset. And since you brought up film, obviously we know Superfly was shot here, and we all know the Coming to America 2
Right.
was also shot here. What are some other ways that you use this property as an asset to generate more revenue?
I mean, just from of course, film, different films, videos, visuals, the automobiles, and the list just goes on. The list goes on. You'll be amazed how many offers I get every week for marriages and this and that. Yo, we just want to rent it. How much is it per hour? It's just, you know, we've you know, put it on a platform and in a position where it's just something that people from different countries want to come. How can we experience this? You know what I'm saying? For people who visit in the city, who visit in Atlanta, they come out here and just I had to tell the security, let's not waste energy trying to stop people from taking a picture in front of the gate.
It's like Buckingham Palace.
We can't fucking stop it.
You know what? It's a really smart idea because it reminds me of the Versace Mansion in Miami, where now people get married there, they have bar mitzvahs there. So it's like, all right, you have this amazing, you know, estate, and now it's actually turned into a tourist destination. People have parties here, and it's like, now, once again, turning the liability into an asset,
yeah.
and now you actually can make money.
Most definitely, visuals you wouldn't even imagine. The video list could go on and on. From Skip Marley, they was playing soccer. You wouldn't have knew that was on the Promised Land. You know what I'm saying?
It's incredible.
Yeah, it just
That's just incredible.
the list just goes on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one thing we're about, good business. Let's keep it simple. Let's do good business. That's what it's about.
How important being a boss? Everybody always says boss, but they don't understand the responsibilities of being a boss. So how important is it to be diplomatic as a boss? Because it's like, as a boss, people have all kinds of issues. They come to you with everything. You might want to actually physically attack somebody, but you can't. You got to deal with this person this way, that way. Like, what's the...
We actually spoke of it in the book. You got to manage your emotions. You must manage your emotions. You gotta master the art of taking the L. Because being a boss, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win. You know? So you gotta be able to grow and take from whatever the situation is, regardless of what it is. And sometimes I may not be the best at dealing with my emotions. Sometimes I do. It's like that though. But overall, you know what I mean? I leave my door open for good business. And that's more important than the way I eat my emotions.
You ever just wake up like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened?
I do it all the time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Nigga, I look over there, look at this shit, nigga, this shit, y'all niggas crazy. But you know, it just remind you, it ain't nothing nobody can't stop you from doing. I don't know how many cars we got. That motherfucker's so clean. That station wagon, come on, man, I hadn't even seen one of them before. I ain't drove that one, or that one yet.
That's the real old school.
That's a real old school station wagon, for real, for real. I spend $100 on the old school every month. 100, every month. I call in, hey man, it's how I like it, send it.
You know, one of the things you said about the assets generating revenue was cars. And I know a lot of times you do them for shoots and sometimes for films. Have you ever thought about, because most people think cars are depreciation assets, liabilities, but they can be an asset, right? Have you ever thought about renting them out, like on a platform like Turo or something like that?
Nah, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? My old schools, my classics, I really haven't, you know what I mean? But, you know, the way I look at them, they're becoming more valuable. You know, my Chevrolets, the 55, 56, 57s, I just think about the position my son, you know, my kids will be in when they celebrate that 100-year anniversary for those 57 Bel Airs, and how much will they be worth then? I'm sure to be in the 7 figures.
My old school costs more than your new school.
Yeah. And for everybody that's watching, if you got old schools, if you do want to sell your old school, I'm finna give you some game. I don't give a lot of people game like this. But if you got an old school you want to sell, let it get dusty, let the dust settle. Because when they come to buy it, tell them, you know, hasn't been driven in 3 years.